How's everybody doing? Got my little setup here. What is up? What's going on, YouTube? Gunny, I see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying that patch. All right, yeah, just got my little setup going here. Oh man, how has everybody been? Let me know what's going on with you guys down in the comment section below. Rob, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome. Getting this thing kind of kicked off. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I got my AirPods on. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Ang, what's going on, man? Hope things have been going well. Seems like you got some nice lighting upgrades going on. So yeah, awesome, awesome. Thanks, Rob. Good to go. Ryan Kaplan sounds good. Thank you, thank you. Getting going here. I'm pretty excited for this week. Things are we got the Overland Expo West going on, and I am heading down there to go check it out. Hopefully, talk to a couple of companies down there. I know a couple of local companies are going to be down there. Expedition Superstore and Heretic Studios are a couple that I know of. So, looking forward to kind of chatting with them, and even talking with a couple of other companies down there. But yeah, it'll be a fun trip. That's about 7 hours away from me, so looking forward to that, and really be giving a good long test to one of the new mods that I've put on the truck that I'm still testing out right now. And if you were following me over on Instagram, you kind of know exactly what I'm talking about. So Mumfy _ talk over at Instagram, and you can kind of go back through some of the photos over there to find out which mod I'm actually talking about. Hopefully everybody had a good Mother's Day weekend. What's been going on with everybody out there in YouTube land? I'll have a big announcement kind of coming up a little bit later in the stream. And if you joined me last time, you kind of knew about that. So Gunny, wife and I celebrated our 25th anniversary yesterday. Well, hey, congrats, man. That's awesome. HM, what's up? What's up, HM? How you doing? Just getting started over here, talking about Overland Expo West and what's going to be going on down there. Are there any shops or mod suppliers or stores or anything like that I should go check out or maybe talk to, find out any sort of info on products? Are there any products that you're interested in that I should call out? So, HM, thanks for the dope patch and sticker. Yeah, thanks for participating last week. And HM, yes, I am headed there. So looking forward to it. Brett Holmes, deck drawer system for a discount. Yeah, those are pretty pricey and pretty cool little bed accessories. my brother-in-law had, I think he had one for his Nissan Titan and really liked it. And I know a couple other people are checking them out. I know that Modern Day Viking has one on his Tacoma. MP Gunther, hi Mumfy. Well, hi. Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, just hanging out with everybody. All right, Cowboy. CVT Tents is there. Check them out. Yeah, CVT is actually one of the companies I was looking at when I was looking for my rooftop tent. I ended up going with 23-0, the Armadillo A2, and they have an A3, which is their larger one. They're 4-person. So, HM, Cascadia solar panel for your taco. You know, I am looking at considering a hood mount solar panel, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go with Lensun or Cascadia. I know Lensun actually has a 90-watt version. So, yeah. I don't know. The Cascadia one is, I think, is only 80 watts, but I'm not sure if, an extra 10 watts is really going to be all that much. I've got a couple of the Jackery 100-watt portable solar panels. And if you're interested or looking at kind of a battery storage solution, I know everybody talks about Jackery, and there's a couple other brands that are out there. Jackery is the one that I went with simply because Costco actually had a killer deal, and every now and again you can get this deal on sale where you can get their 1000 watt, which they call their 880, and you can get a 290 battery with 200-watt solar panels for about $1,300. So I like to call that out whenever I see it. It was the deal that I got on their website. So if you have a Costco membership, be sure to check them out. They're a great battery solution. Let's see here. Rob, we need a lockable, affordable tailgate insert storage compartment. Yeah, I have seen a couple of those that are that actually look pretty cool, but require. I think there's a couple that require some cutting, but yeah, an affordable one would be really nice. But I think you're referring to the deck system, but I've seen one that's actually in the tailgate. So I might have misread that. Gunny's Corner up top. It's the only one I could find that I like for my Retrax XR. Okay, I do have one up top product on my Tacoma, and that was the MaxTrax mounts. So their little wing kit, their mounting solution. Be sure to check out that install if you guys are in the market for some MaxTrax. Let's see, Emmanuel, any plans? Just headed down to Overland Expo this weekend, so going to be having fun down there. Hopefully, if anybody else is going to be in the area, meet up and say hi. HM Cascadia is supposed to be a better quality. I kind of have heard that. Dark Yoda actually did a install in which he talked about that, and they're American made, they're US made, so that's pretty cool. El Splendor, hey Mumphy, thanks for joining the stream. HM Jackery makes some good stuff. Yes, they do. Brett Holmes, I'm running the Blue Yeti EB55. How's that running for you? I'm curious. I knew that another YouTuber was having some issues with their Blue Yeti not being able to power their diesel heater. So I'm interested to know kind of what your mileage has been. Raw motive, yep, in the tailgate. Yeah, we're probably talking about the same one. So yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but still kind of nice to have that lockable. I'm just not sure exactly. you know, the things that I would probably want to store in the tailgate would interfere with the whole tailgate mechanism. So I'll just go with my locking tailgate. Gunny's Corner will do. Elmeno. Any plans adding cameras to your rig in case of accident or just to protect it from thieves or haters? You know, I've looked into a couple of dash cams. I do like the stealth one that goes behind the rearview mirror, but I was watching a video, and I try to whenever I see this come up on Facebook forums or anything talking about dash cams. I recently watched a Linus Tech Tips video in which he was doing some comparisons on the quality, and what you're finding out is a lot of the qualities, and it doesn't depend on which manufacturer. They're all using similar, um, what is it, processors and basically sensors that haven't been updated for a long time. So when you see variations in that, you'll see like one or two increases, but make sure that you check out the was it the model numbers. I think if it's higher than like the last two numbers are what you want to look at, and if it's higher than 70, you're getting a higher quality sensor. But it's kind of it's interesting on all these dash cam videos and comparisons. But just be sure to check, you know, do your due diligence in looking at some of those. But it may even fall into even some of the like the front mount cameras or anything like that. Just be sure you're getting one that's got a decent sensor in it. Brett Holmes, not bad for fridge and fans. Okay, cool. I do like the Blue Yeti setup, how it's a little bit more square. It kind of fits in a little bit more areas better because you can stack stuff on top of it. Or the Jackery, you have the handle, unless you end up going to the Pro, in which it has a folding handle. But yeah, if it's running well for you, that's great. Yeah, it's a good alternative to you know, a more expensive battery option. So Jason's Lab, love your channel, sir. I follow it all because I just bought a TRD Off-Road 23. Nice. What color did you go with? I know Rob Moto's running a you know, that electric lime, that hot rod green over there. Let's see. Ryan Kaplan, Wolfbox has a nice replacement of rear view mirrors with cameras. Okay, I'll have to look into them. I haven't heard of them before. Jason's Lab, white. It's so nice. Yeah, the white looks really good on the Tacomas for sure. Hopefully, you just don't have any paint issues, because I know it's a single stage white typically, but hopefully they've updated it. So, Rob, LOL, electric lime rules. It's an attention grabber for sure. It doesn't blend in too well when you're camping or anything. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Gunny's Corner, a 23 Lunar Rock here. That's actually a really nice color. I like that one. Jason's Lab, I've been changing lights all week. Nice. Is that like headlights, or are you doing some aftermarket LEDs? HM Blue Yeti EB70S. Okay. Hopefully that's working well for you. And yeah, Jason's Lab, LED for the win. Nice. All right. Let's see. HM Garmin Dash Cam Mini 2. All right. I think Garmin actually does put out some decent stuff, so should be good. Let's see, where was I? Ryan Kaplan, 22 off-road. Welcome to the club. Nice. Gunny's Corner installed the SAE BD fog lights last week. Very bright. Nice. Yeah. Baja Designs have got their top of the line stuff. And the Heretics that I run are actually right up there. Except mine are Heretic being more of an off-road focused instead of on-road. So that's a little bit of the difference. I know a lot of people like to run diodes, Baja Designs, just simply because they've got the SAE compliance. Jason's Lab, aftermarket LEDs and fog lights. Very nice. Rob matches the palm trees down here. You got to get up a little higher if you're going to start matching the palm trees there and blend in with them. Jason's Lab, headlights are expensive. Yes, they are. And so are the taillights. Jason's Lab. Hey, all guys, let's give him some thumbs up on the live stream. Appreciate that. Jason's Lab, help him out. Kilo Alpha 21 Pro Magnetic Gray. Ooh, that's a nice color. Yeah, that darker gray is definitely a nice touch. But now that they've discontinued cement, I like having a little bit more of a rare color now. MP Gunther Mini 2. Nice. Next corner, gotcha. Jason's Lab, I went with Diode Dynamics. Yeah, I do like, the one thing I like about the Diode Dynamics is that they have that that backlit option. That's actually a really cool feature. Reminds me of my my grill lights that I have. Let me see if I can angle this down. No, I got my post here in the way. But yeah, 2 videos ago, I actually installed some RGB grill lights from Taco Cloud. So yeah, that was pretty exciting to put together and install. And so far, they are holding up rather well. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. But we'll see. I mean, that controller still isn't super waterproof. I wish that they would put a little bit of the there's a filling that doesn't mess with the electronic brains of the whole system. But we'll see. Like I said, this is my last set of grill lights, and if they go out, they go out. If not, I'm gonna have fun running some RGBs. Gunny's Corner. Any thoughts on the infinity taillights from Tacoma Beast? You know, I love the memes that are coming out with that. That it looks like you're staring into just the abyss. I guess I want to keep it somewhat family friendly on the channel, but no, I have not found a set of taillights that I'm happy with yet. The ones the set that have come close to me actually considering have been a recent release from Taco Cloud, in which you actually can get a full RGB taillight set. So that kind of piqued my interest. And if I could work with a lighting company, I actually came up with just a quick little sketch idea for a taillight that I would actually run on my Tacoma. But in talking to some of these lighting companies, you're looking at like 6 figures just to get started. So I'm nowhere near that. Brett Holmes, I like the guy who made the taillights with the BD-S1 backup lights. I have seen a couple of retrofits on taillights in which they've done that. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Kilo Alpha, saw your last grill lights install. I feel the same way about them. They just don't last. Yeah, I know there's been a couple people that have recommended running for Tacos grill lights that have just held on for years, and that's awesome. I don't know if they're running the same brands as like what you can find on Amazon, which are basically what I've done, except for this last set. But I mean, if they last, they last. Great. I mean, I'm on my fourth set, so take it for what it's worth. Kenny's Corner, LOL. Interesting. Ryan, want to change out my third brake light. Anyone have any recommendations other than the Aspire ones? There have been a couple of third brake light switch outs. I think Tacoma Lifestyle has one, and I think they also have one where you can actually put in the third brake light housing. They've got one where you can actually put the Baja designs in the back of that. But I know that there was a new one that came out, but I'm not sure if it's Aspire or if it's like the one that HM says here from Empire Off Road. So, oh wait, no, the Empire Off Road is your grill light set. Sorry, no, I know that Tacoma Lifestyle has one. I've seen a couple others, but yeah, because my rooftop tent covers up my third brake light, I'm not looking to change it. But I do have the Diodynamic hitch light pod that gave me back my third brake light, and it's kind of nice. But I was doing some test fitting on a mod that's going to probably be a little bit before I actually put it on the truck, simply because I only have 4 tires and it doesn't fit in the receiver that I have on that mod. So I don't know if I'll have to shave it down a little bit or open the hitch mount on this other mod that I got. But yeah, if that isn't a big enough tease, I don't know what is. Ugh. Well, for all you campers out there that want to secure your cooler, a local company here in Utah actually came up with a locking system right here that is bear proof. Now, these will fit Yetis, Lifetimes, Canyon, anything that has a little hole on the side of the coolers. That's what these are for. These are called bear bolts. And I was talking with the guy at one of the local meetups here that actually had this bear certified and bear tested by going up to Yellowstone and basically having them throw the cooler into their bear pen and let them have it. But this is the mechanism right here. And all it is to unlock this is you push down the little top here and it comes apart. You'll slide this pin down that little side hole on your cooler and basically push that down and it'll lock. Now what's cool is he designed this section here to be for different lengths, if you're trying to get in there. All the little button does up on top is actually push these little ball bearings in so you can get it latched into the block here. So if you have a longer cooler, you can flip the bolt upside down and that'll give you a longer one. Or if you have a shorter one, you can actually go up and past it, past the little ball bearings, or you can push it down and lock it in. So you have different lengths that you can secure your coolers. So I thought these were really, really cool. If you're in bear country and want to secure your cooler, check out bearbolts.com. They are a little bit on the price side simply because they are a good, they're hard metal, except for this plastic housing, but a very cool invention for those of you that are going outside and camping and basically have to secure your cooler for those bare areas. So I like to support local, and they're a local company, and yeah, going up to Yellowstone and Glacier and all that, you're in bear country. So always good to make sure your food's secure. Kilo Alpha. Anyone here with a Pro with the stock Fox shocks? Mine have developed a really bad squeak. Anyone else have this problem? Huh, interesting. I noticed that even my icons have developed just the tiniest of squeak, and I think I think it might be due to the ball joint. Well, it's not the ball joint in the icon; it's their delta joint. You need to make sure that you grease those, and I think that's the only thing I really need to do on the truck as far as maintenance goes. Brett Holmes, would you ever do a group trail meet up north or up around North Dakota? You know, that would actually be pretty fun. I've had a couple of requests to do trail rides here in Utah, and I'm thinking I might, excuse me, I might put together just a quick little short trip uh, up around here, which would be fun. I'm not familiar with North Dakota, but I plan on venturing out east after my trip this year. My big one's going to be in July, where we're going to the redwoods, Sequoia, and Yosemite, and then finishing up at the Grand Canyon. So that one's going to be a little fun. Excuse me. Bear spray. Yeah, but if you're away from your camp, you're still going to get in. You can't necessarily use bear spray on them. Well, what other questions do you have for me? Hopefully, hopefully I've answered all your questions so far. I think I've picked out my new set of tires when I'm finally finished up with the Nitto Ridge grapplers. Ryan Kaplan, I saw that you put on a Southern style off road bumper. I've been looking into putting that on Taco. Nice. Uh, which version are you going with? Are you going with a full plate like I have? Or are you going to go with the tube version? Brett Holmes, I just installed the C4 hybrid. Ooh, that's a nice bumper. You went with the high clearance one, right? The one that basically comes up and full C4 skids. Nice. You know, I would have gone with C4 if their mid skid would have been compatible with the TRD front skid plate. CBI is the only one that does that I know of so far. HM, what does your Overland bathroom setup consist of? Well, currently it's a magic Home Depot bucket with a Walmart toilet lid on top of it. But right here, this is not a side shade awning. It's actually a little shower awning from Kick-Ass Off-Road or Kick-Ass Products. And it just creates a nice little changing room, privacy room, shower room if you want, that basically handles all that. So regardless of where you're going, you have a nice little changing room. As for a shower, I actually am using the geyser system, and they have two versions of their system. They've got one that's got a heater built in, and then they've got one where you will actually um, heat up the water first and pour it in, and it's a 3-to-1, or it's a 2-to-1, excuse me, 2 liters of cold water, 1 liter of boiling water, and that'll give you your nice little sponge bath shower clean off. So that's what I use. Ryan Catlin, same as yours. Okay, so you're going to go full plate. Yeah, it's a nice option for sure. I really dig mine. I like the clearance. Plus, it gives as much of the stock look as possible. So I really like that. But Holmes, yep, with full bars, but add some weight though. Nice. Yeah, definitely a heavy front bumper for sure. Kilo Alpha. Which roof rack do I have or recommend? Okay, I have to be a little careful with this one, simply because I had another company reach out to me to test out another roof rack. Currently, I have a Prinsu roof rack. I went with Prinsu simply because they're, you know, well known. They're owned by CBI, who does my rock sliders. Uh, they're basically a 5-hour drive up north to Idaho for me. But this other company reached out. They actually are local here, and I'm hoping that they're going to bring out their bed rack for the Tacoma as well, because the one that they have on their for their Gladiators is really nice. But I'll go into that further on the line down the line. But I will be replacing my roof rack with their roof rack, but it's not currently on the market, so I don't want to go into too much detail on that. But if you are in the market, there are plenty of good, uh, less expensive options than a Prinsu. It's just finding. I know Southern Style Off Road actually has a roof rack. You've got Up Top has one. Sherpa has a good one. But yeah, plenty of good options out there. Let's see. Gunny's Corner Bear Bolts on the way to Mikasa. Tell the local shop thanks. I will. Brett Holmes. Is Kick-Ass better or 23-0 shower awning? So this is a tricky one, because I do actually have a local 23-0 dealership out here, and in talking with them, they both have some pros and cons. Kick-Ass recently launched their premium version of the shower awning that actually has a cover on the top. This was something that I think 23-0 actually brought out, or something like that. And I think they've also changed up the mechanism on the shower awning. But honestly, I think it's pretty much sixes, depending on what you want to go with. I think the kick-ass material is a little bit lighter, so you will get a little bit of silhouetting if you're backlit. Where the 23-0, and I can't say on on Kick-Ass's premium version if it does this, but I know that the 23-0 actually will give you like full blackout. I think they're using their light suppression technology on their awning, which is what they use on their tent material. So it gives you kind of full blackout, but I can't say for sure. HM Geyser system is cool. Yeah, and it's nice because you're not using a ton of water. So if you're limited on water sources, the geyser system's kind of a nice option. And it's cool that they give you two versions. one that's a little bit more expensive, one that's a little bit less expensive if you want to just, do a quick boil your own water and pour it in. Kilo Alpha. I'm looking at getting the Prinsu. Nice. And then also looking at Diamondback HD bed cover. Okay. With a front runner bed rack for rooftop tent. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've definitely seen that set up with who is it? Mike over at I'm drawing a blank now. But yeah, he runs a couple of Diamondbacks on his trucks. Last line of defense, that's what it is. Yeah, he runs a couple of nice Diamondbacks, and then he puts a Brett LLOD. Yeah, he's got a nice couple of setups over there. But so far I've been pretty happy, and also with the upgraded third gen Roam cases that has the new latch. And for those of you that don't know, at 5,000 subscribers, I will be giving away one of my Gen 1 Roam boxes. So if there's any interest there, throw a thumbs up in the chat. HMLLOD. That's last line of defense. Brett Holmes. Any tips on starting a YouTube channel and what to buy for a camera? If you got a phone, you can start a YouTube channel. For myself, the biggest thing is to just start. Once you kind of get going, you start finding your own rhythm, your own style. One of the things that I'm even starting to see and uh, I have to adapt is to make sure that I'm making my videos entertaining. A lot of my install videos, I get so focused in on what I'm doing that I start becoming more of a drone instead of the personality that comes through on these lives. But you start finding your own rhythm, your own kind of editing style, all that. There are plenty of free editing apps out there, CapCut being a big one. Personally, I use Final Cut Pro because I wanted a buy once and be done with it. But DaVinci Resolve is another good and free option. You can even do, basic iMovie or Apple, iMovie if you are running a Mac or anything like that. I see that you said that you have an Android, which is perfectly fine. It's a great way to start. My setup when I'm not live streaming is I have a Canon 90D, which is a crop sensor camera, DSLR, and get yourself a nice set of microphones. I run the DJI microphones, which in some of the videos, if you see like a little black square, I run the microphone on the inside of my shirt. But yeah, just get going, share your install. If you watch any of my install videos and as you're doing yours and you see something that I may have missed, maybe include it in yours. It's just a great way to kind of provide more information and more value out there for people to connect to. And people will come. It just some people it'll be really fast, and other people's it'll be a little slow. A lot of people say consistency. I've kind of set up at least once a week video. There's others that are doing it every day. So find kind of your rhythm and what makes sense for you. So hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. Gunny's Corner, thumbs up. Nice. Brett Holmes, L Potato Phone. an Android. HM, thumbs up. Uh, your install videos are top notch. That's your bread and butter. I know, and I get a couple of comments that say, "Well, hey, you're all dressed up and ready for the cosplay show for building an overland vehicle, and no videos on me actually doing any of that." And you know what? I have my set of excuses, but I am planning on doing more camp trail rides and bringing those to you guys. Uh, I am actually going to be camping on my way back up from Overland Expo West, so I'll be sharing that. I do have another install video coming for you next week, and I'll be doing some editing and stuff like that for the week after from Overland Expo. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. Let's see, Kilo Alpha. Have you seen the new iCamper Mini RTT? Trying to find someone with real world experience with it to find out just how good it is. So I actually have seen it in person, not the Mini, but I've seen their big 4-person, um, and I think it's definitely a decent rooftop tent if that's what you want to go with, for sure. If it's within your budget, within your price range, I think it's a decent one. The reason why I went with 23Zero's Armadillo A2 is um, I liked that they had a metal hardtop. The only other company that I've seen, and I'm not sure if they're the only other ones that come in the fold out version, not just your simple clamshells, but has been Desert Armor. Desert Armor has a full metal uh, rooftop tent, and I mean I think they're fairly comparable. The one thing that I will say with the iCamper versus the 23Zero is the 23Zero has a little bit thicker mattress, and even that isn't necessarily super comfortable. So I'll be testing out my mattress replacement for the first time on the camp trip on the way back. I actually do have to air this out and make sure that it's ready and good to go. Brett Holmes. I work at Toyota, so I do it in the shop, so it might be loud, maybe voiceover. Yeah, or do some in-ear stuff that can do some noise cancellation for you. Um, and you can always, I mean, a lot of these editing software can actually help isolate some of that. It won't get away from like really high noises and stuff like that. But if you watch my re-gear videos, I have the microphones, the DJI mics that the Yoda guy Jeffrey Beers and I were both talking on, and you could still hear some of the stuff in the background that other guys were working on at the shop. So just to give you an idea of like sound quality, check that video out and then just kind of listen to it. I did do a little bit of tweaking on some of the higher, um, just the sounds that really crush the volume. You kind of do a little. The way I do it is I do a cut and then I'll bring the volume down so it's not like blasting in your ears. Kilo Alpha, love your install videos, very detailed. I try to bring you all the stuff that I run into when I'm installing them, so that way it just kind of helps. Because that's something that I've seen in other videos. It's like I get to a certain point, I'm kind of going, we just skipped this whole session. You went from like, okay, we're going to connect this, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now we're done. So I try to include some of those steps, or at least if I figure it out off camera, I try to bring you back and explain kind of how I did it. So hopefully that kind of helps. Brett Holmes. HM haters gonna hate. Yeah, but with everything, there's good criticism. There's stuff. There's poor criticism. It's all part of you know, being on YouTube and putting yourself out there. So, Gunny's Corner rolling out, brother. Can't wait to see your Overland Expo videos. Thanks, I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying it. Like I said, I hope you're enjoying that patch and the sticker. And I think that's actually a good segue for announcing that I am bringing out my Gen 1 patches on my website over at mumfy.us right after this live. So if you are interested, these are about 2 inches wide. Looking forward. This is just the Gen 1. This is version 1. And I'm pretty excited about bringing these out. I only have 49 of them. So once they're gone, I'll be rolling out a version 2, maybe a little bit bigger. But I want to see how well these go. So if there's any interest, be sure to jump over to mumfy.us right after the live stream. It may take a little bit for it to refresh, but I'm pretty excited about bringing you guys the first Mumfy patch. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. I'm also going to be doing some Mumfy merch. Well, I have some Mumfy merch over there, but time for a little bit of a refresh. So I'm working on some stuff behind the scenes that I'll announce a little later. But yeah, hopefully that has helped all of you with your questions, comments, anything like that. Before I start wrapping up here, letting you guys get back to your evenings. I appreciate you guys joining me on the live stream for sure. It's great hanging out, talking and interacting with the community for sure. But yeah, anything else you guys want to ask me real quick? I wish I had my keys on me. I'd give you a little bit of a light show. Mumfy 2.0, LOL. Yeah, it'll be fun. Ryan Kaplan, gotta go. I gotta go was the taco. All right, well, thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys. If that's going to be all, then I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks again for joining me on the live stream. And like I said, be sure to jump over to mumfy.us for the version 1 patch. And if you haven't already, check out Bear Bolts if you're looking at securing your coolers. HM, when am I doing a winch? Well, when I find one that I that I want to buy. Still looking for one. Kilo Alpha, take it easy, Mumfy. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.